Well, good Saturday afternoon, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm actually on my way over to my wife's high school reunion. I'm going to see if I can slip out so we can do our members live stream and then slip back over. They probably won't. They won't know I'm even gone. Be that as it may, I have a real question for you guys. It's kind of interesting that now I like the fact that they got Cam Newton on First Take, as opposed to having a babbling idiot, a guy who literally ran out of the back of the end zone, costing his team a victory. And Dan, you're lousy. Cam Newton, you could at least say, has had experience of being in a Super Bowl and so on, and being an NFL MVP. I'll take more weight on what he has to say than what Dan Orlovsky actually has. Be that as it may, it was funny because they were talking about the Dallas Cowboys, and they prefaced the whole thing with CeeDee Lamb went off the last time these two teams met with 225 yards. And it's funny because I'm not going to try and take anything from CeeDee Lamb at all. But, catching the football requires somebody to throw the football to him. And if Dak Prescott does not get away from the safety in the end zone and scramble and hit CeeDee Lamb, who's wide open, 92 of those yards that he went off on, so to speak, which drops him down to 128 yards, 130 yards. He doesn't get that he went off. Just saying that they'll talk about how great a receiver is without giving the quarterback any credit whatsoever. And I'm not just talking about Dak Prescott. Justin Jefferson can't make plays if he doesn't have the quarterback that's throwing him the football. So you have to give Sam Darnold some credit, but you also have to look at, Justin Jefferson being able to create separation and so on. It's not one or the other. It's both that do this. So anyway, I'm just, an angry old dude, so to speak. The case for maybe the Cowboys at the moment might be better off without Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is next year is a dead hit. Okay, hold on. That's my wife. All right, so the thing is, let's look at Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert, whose numbers are very similar to Amon St. Brown, believe it or not. And Jalen Tolbert, who really got his chance to really perform this past week, currently is on pace for about 888 yards and 6 TDs on the season. As opposed to last year, Brandon Cooks was about 650 yards. He was 8 TDs, but really didn't come on until late in the season. So you're looking at a younger guy who hopefully will stay healthy, who may end up giving you a little more of a boost. But not only that, moving him up into Brandon Cook's spot also ended up getting you Turpin out there, who, with his speed and the mismatch ability, was able to make some plays. And see, this is where, if we're going to be successful, we cannot be just a one-trick pony, which is CeeDee Lamb only. If you're going to succeed, and I challenge you to say any team that's winning Super Bowls with only one great weapon, I will say you're a liar. They got something else going on. Everybody is going through and they're talking about, Pat Mahomes is the best of all time. And I agree with you on that. But this year, 6 TDs, 6 interceptions. He's not winning all these games himself, not with those kinds of numbers. And you can look at their team and say they now have one of the better defenses in football, which also helps you as a quarterback. When you have a defense that can take away the football, stop the other team, prevent them from scoring points. You don't always have to play hero ball where you are constantly throwing the football all over the place and risking the rock. You can play more conservative, high percentage football. So it's one of those things that, yes, Pat Mahomes, when needed, is the best quarterback by far. By far. And you can look at it and say he doesn't have the multitude of weapons, and he could definitely use another one now that Rice has been hurt, by all means. But they are not winning and losing solely by Pat Mahomes' arm. They are not a one-trick pony, so to speak. And so that's my point in here with that. Now, for the Cowboys, we are so beat up on the defense right now. And when you look at our running game, which we don't have, and that's, mind you, something that he does have, is a running game. We are more predicated on the arm of Dak Prescott than Pat Mahomes is. And here's the other problem with this whole thing is, wow, this place is cool. This place is called The Barns that they're doing this at. And the guy, it's a whiskey distillery. I might ask if he can make some rum for me. Okay, I guess he can. But my point being is the offense, having Jalen Tolbert as the number 2 and putting in guys like Turpin and Brooks and Fauntleroy is going to make them more dynamic of an offense and giving you faster weapons. Because, see, the thing is with Brandon Cooks is not going to, right now, especially with the knee issue and stuff, isn't going to per se beat you with his legs. He's going to beat you with his route ability and stuff. But getting a young, small, quick guy like Turpin out there who you can lose real quick, that's kind of a difference maker right there, and a guy you can get mismatches with. And the same thing with bringing in the guy we just signed, who's 6'4" receiver, because more than anything else in football, matchups matter. Matchups matter, and so you want to be able to have as many matchups that you can. And going into this week, the Lions, they're a team that likes to pound the football and beat you up. Their defensive front is very, very good. Their secondary, not so much. And this is where last year CeeDee Lamb was able to take advantage of them. But if you can get other guys that are able to take some of the pressure off CeeDee Lamb, then that's going to make everybody else better. And that's what we hope to see going forward. And it may be, well, we know that this is going to be Brandon Cooks' last year here in Dallas. But the question is when he is back healthy, does he automatically take his spot back where he was? I don't know. But I'm also here with the whole thing about Tyler Guyton. And Tyler Guyton, I'm okay with him sitting for another week and having Tyler Smith starting. Anyway, there's my wife right there. She needs me to get the technology. You know you're in trouble when you need Mark Holmes to take care of the technology. All right, peace.